This one we're going to cover just number one. Energy at the top of the head should be light and sensitive. Energy at the top of the head means that the head should be carried erect so that the spirit, the Shen, will reach to the very top. No strength should be used. If strength is used, then the back of the neck will be stiff and the blood and qi will not be able to circulate. There should be a feeling of light, sensitivity, and naturalness. Without this light and sensitive energy at the top of the head, the spirit cannot rise up. So it seems that our goal is to have a light and natural way of carrying our head so that it is erect on top of our whole carriage so that our spirit can rise up here. It's a great idea. But how do we do it? Many of the things we do nowadays encourage this. They encourage tight muscles here to hold the head on. And not just nowadays. I would suspect that throughout human history, there's this tendency to make sure that your head stays up. Right? This is where a lot of our important sensory information is, and if we lose our head, we can lose our orientation of the world. So it's a dilemma. These muscles here are great for securing false support, rigid support. The trapezius and the sternocleidomastoid are ancient muscles that, if you watch the development of an embryo, these were once gills. So they're intimately tied to breathing, and one of their major functions is to secure the neck as a child so that the head isn't overly floppy when we fall over. It's still floppy. You'll see kids flop their heads into the floor or into something. But it's not as floppy as it would be without some of this elastic support. So naturally, some of these muscles are engaged in fear reactions to the external world. And they're programmed that way for a good reason. So let's not neglect their power. What we want to rise to the occasion of is to get beyond the fear reactivity. So these muscles are great for, right? Or you get scared and you feel the hackles raise, you feel the little hairs stand on the back of your neck. Great. These can be important indicators, especially when we're responding to real live fear. A car's coming. I had a moment to jump away. I almost burned my hand. I pulled it away. The inhale gives us a moment to have a reflexive response. What we want to avoid is being frozen in it. So we add exhaling and deliberate conscious movement coupled with our natural ability to respond to events. I digress. How do we get to carry this head in a light and sensitive way? First, explore its range of motion. On an overt level, we have yes, couple it with breath, inhale, exhale. If you reverse the breath, you can feel the pressures of how it's not exactly naturally coordinated. So if we inhale and go downward, you can feel more pressure. Exhale and reach. Again, you feel more pressure. We're using muscles, folks. It's okay. We're going to attempt to not be rigid by the end of this, right? So some of it is to use enough tension to wake the muscle system up so that we can also relax it. No. Reverse the breath. In. first. Lift. In. Reverse. Yeah? Sometimes, here's a critical one. Inhale all the way back, way back. Reverse it. Yeah? You got a lot of freedom now already. We have other options. We can make circles, right? Lots of different kinds of circles. You can twist and go down and around. We can do a straight out horizontal circle. Anytime we have circles, we can do figure eights. Please explore those. Those will lighten up the neck too. But let's tackle the last bit. Here's the last bit. Combine two. Sometimes with yes. And this will help center us. Get us this light and sensitivity that we're after. And this will help train our whole posture. That's why this is number one. Knowing where the head is. So, first bit. Look down. Inhale, look up. Now we're going to inhale a little more. We're going to take the very crown and lift it. Okay, you can reach back and grab onto the back of your skull, right at the lower part of the bone. There's a few different things to grab. You can lift from there. But again, we're looking for the very crown, the very tip top of our head to be light and sensitive. Okay? Maybe you need to tap it, find out where it is. You want to have that lift. Okay? So we tighten these muscles up. Now, reach them. If you're out of inhale, exhale. Just make sure you're breathing when you do this. Works great. Now, again, many people will have these muscles seized, so you may need to press on them, loosen them up a bit, and get a feeling of pushing them back. Good anatomy text. These are scalenes. Freedom. With that head. Now we're ready for Tai Chi. We're ready for life. We're ready for any movement art. Yoga, Pilates, dance, whatever it is. Certainly Tai Chi. If we can keep this head here, we can maintain a plumb spine, right? That's something where you hang a weight on a string. That verticality is exactly what we're after with our spine. Now, if you've read Principles, you know that we want this all the time. So there shouldn't be any violation of it in any movement. All the time, we want a vertical spine. Know this one. Get it down. And then we'll do more.